Roll
Oh,
the
the camera's
cameras.
about to
Roll the
roll,
cameras.
bitch.
Roll the
Y'all, the
cameras.
girls be trying to be Beyonce,
Roll
but
the
don't want to put in the
and
work to
it's
be
crazy.
Beyonce.
They
It's
never want to put
wild
in
to
work.
me.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why Beyonce.
This they have a couple cockies and they lose it. They go they lose it. They forget when they get too big for their britches.
Girl, whatever. Anywho, y'all. Because,
What was
well,
said?
apparently the girl did a no call, no show, and then want to put in a PTO request last minute. And now I gotta do this hosting thing that I
Introduce the
don't
people
do
to the.
anymore.
First of all, the girls said they couldn't hear you, so introduce yourself.
Girl, the girls can hear me now. First of all, if anybody on the show has audio quality, it's me. Let's be very clear. She's the one with the professional mic, okay, honey?
Okay. Well,
Girl, the
I
girls
mean,
be trying to
my
come
mic
for me,
is here.
girl.
It's not set up. I don't.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go talk to that husband you keep bringing up all the time so he can set it up. How
My
about that?
husband. We not bring up husbands and kids. They're off limits. They're off limits. Don't you talk about him?
I'm not dealing with y'all today.
And no, he don't have no social media. Y'all not gonna be able to find him.
Oh my god.
And he is
I
fine.
cannot.
Hey y'all.
All the fans go hear is, oh, he be cheating. That's why he ain't got social media. That's all they go hear.
He do
You don't
not
even
be
know
cheating.
I don't even
He
know
don't have
why
a
you
baby.
even said that he got on social media. Jesus Christ. You might as well just say he got social media and he turned all his comments off. That's essentially what you just said.
Really? Is that what that means?
Yes. If a woman is married and she says that her man doesn't have social media, that's what most people think. I don't think that because I know him. I know him and I know how he moves.
What?
But yes.
See, that's that new generation of dating
because there was
stuff.
something else. There was something else that happened that you were like, oh, is that what that means? I'm like, yes, Danielle. What was that? You don't remember? You was like, I don't understand that. You said something. It was something. And he was like, I don't understand why that would mean that. And I'm like, yeah, Danielle, that's what that means. But anywho.
I'm out of touch from whatever this world is. I'm delusional.
You must be delusional. I gotta listen back to Drew's album because that was a good album.
Well, let's get it before K. Michelle do.
Well, at this point, hey, I like K. Michelle's first two albums. But anywho, let's get into this episode. All right, guys. Welcome to the Everybody Just Calm Down, the podcast. I'm your boy, Poe Theory.
And I'm Danielle.
And we are here to review the season finale, reunion part 3 of Real Housewives of Miami. So yeah, girls, I don't really think this was really that popping of an episode. And I felt like they kind of just, the part that we had some of our biggest issues about this season, they kind of just skated by. In a way that I didn't appreciate.
No, I agree with that. And even when Andy was about to jump into one question, he still skated off from it. And I was like, Andrew, dive deeper.
Yeah, not a fan. But let's get into it. So we start off with Larsa's rude ass comment about Lisa's dad. Like, why would you be here in Milan if your dad is dying? Which it's not proper to say.
Yeah, I think where they were in their friendship and how Larsa delivered it didn't skate well. That's what it came down to. If they were in their rightful place of where they normally are, and Larsa said it in another tone, I don't think that would have went over Lisa's head.
Fair. But I think even when that was said initially, when we first saw it, I said I could see it from both sides. Like, if I were Lisa, I would not want to hear that. But then also, too, if I'm Larsa, you're trying to use that against me, that is something I would say. So to me, it was kind of like equal. So then Lisa brings up how, basically the crew was not really supporting her in the way that they needed to support her when she lost her dad. Mm-hmm. And she brings up how she handled Alexia when Alexia lost her mom. And Kiki jumping in and saying like, oh, so now we're comparing grief. Actually, Kiki, that's not what Lisa was doing. she wasn't comparing grief. What she was comparing is how she showed up for her friends and how y'all did not show up for her. That is what
Correct.
she was comparing, Kiki.
And for me, Kiki, this whole episode, you jumped in on the wrong parts.
I
Like
feel
where
that way about Gertie too, by the way, because
Gertie is what?
Gertie irritated me real bad this
Gertie actually
episode.
pissed me off when she was acting like a old Auntie Thomasina. I did not like that.
Hello,
I did not like
hello,
that. I did not like that.
hello.
And Gertie, you know we've been team you this entire time,
This
but don't you
whole
ever stop
season,
bowing down to them. You were standing 10 toes down. Continue that for the rest of the season. You held on to that. Don't ever try to load because you think. Don't do that. But anyway, that's besides
facts.
the point. We'll get to that at a later time in the episode. But I completely agree with you. Kiki just jumped in at the wrong times, and I was like, no, where she was turned up at. No, I needed you. I needed you 5 minutes ago.
No facts.
So that
No, I
was
agree.
interesting. And honestly, and going back to Alexia, going back to what we said about last week, Alexia, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Alexia was exhausted. Something was going on with her to where she wasn't. Something wasn't there. Are we not?
Is that why? Is because I literally in my notes I said because when Alexia said enough is enough, I was like, that's kind of
Is
crazy
she
to say
tired?
that.
Like, was she sleepy?
I felt like that was just such a crazy thing to say when it comes to someone talking about the death of their father. So I'm gonna leave it up to you to say maybe she was just tired because again, this is my first season, so I don't really know her that well. But that was something really
She's
crazy to
but
say.
but even you not knowing her that well, knowing what you've seen this season, and the Alexia that you saw this season is actually the nicest Alexia that we've ever gotten since she's been on TV. And
Mm.
you've still seen her snap, right? So
Mm-hmm.
to that exact point, her saying, "Oh, it's nothing," like, girl, like, did the pill drop? Like,
I'm dead.
I'm just, or is it the taping was just at 4 a.m. and you were literally lethargic and jet lag from the flight? I want to know what
Right.
happened because she was just the answers weren't adding up with Alexia. She was like robotic almost the entire episode.
Right. No fair.
So
We then get to the elevator situation that we did not get to see. And then it was kind of weird, like how they jumped around from the elevator scene to then talking about, because I think Gertie kind of jumped in and said something about the girls were insinuating that Jody was on drugs, and I didn't appreciate the backtracking of this episode. And I understand why Lisa really didn't want to press it because if
his
you paid
business,
attention
his
to
business,
like,
his
well, it
business
wasn't
is
just,
well.
well,
She
yeah,
kept
but it
saying
was
his business.
also, right, but it was also a situation of, in my opinion, I felt like she just didn't want to put a name to it because she understood it. The more that she talks about it, the more
The
pervasive the
bigger it'll
topic
get.
would be.
Yeah,
But so she couldn't really drag her. So even Julia got off scot free because Julia said, "Oh, I'm from Russia," and we would say someone's eyes are big. It's like, no, girl, you knew you were trying to say his eyes were big because he was on drugs, girl. Like,
and
stop it.
again, and again, this is the part where I said, Andrew. You asked the question, what does it mean with AC? But then you didn't even almost let them answer the question. You like
Right?
snatched it back. Like you didn't really
Oh, I
want the full
agree.
answer. So it was like,
No,
Andrew.
no facts. And then Andy asked Larsa would she apologize to Jody for how she talks about him.
This whole
Larsa
scene was
said
a
that
joke.
she would apologize to him. We then get to the part where Andy says that Julia was stirring the pot with Alexia and
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie.
Correct.
Now we had already agreed to that, but again, here comes Julia kind of like saying, like, what did she say? Oh, like it backfired or whatever the case may be.
Julia's full of
She's been nothing but that. Nothing but that. Like
seriously. She's
literally
like
nothing but
literally.
that.
Everything she says, everything that has come out of her mouth this whole season was a joke, but really at this reunion has highlighted her BSing her entire life. It's a
Right.
joke. Like for
But
real. Like seriously.
I would like to I did like Stephanie saying that a lot of the mess would not have happened and the trip wouldn't have been as messy had not Julia walked up to Alexia and said what she said. Which I think is fair, but at the same time, Stephanie, you did say what you said.
You did say what you
So,
have to stand on your words. See, that'd be the problem. The girls don't like to stand on their words. You did say that. But also to your point with Julia, though, I love how Stephanie kind of got her together. Like, no, this whole trip was actually for you. Like,
and it would not have happened.
if it weren't for me. She got her together.
She ate
I
her
was
up
doing
real
a
good with
secret
that.
clap
I
for
was
Stephanie
gagged
with
by
that one.
that. I was gagged.
She did gag me at that
Um,
point. I was like, okay.
I I feel like this was supposed to be a double team, but the way they edited it, they didn't allow the full double team to happen because when Lisa asked Julia, where was all the energy for Alexia and Marysol when they didn't show up? And of course, Julia gives like some BS answer and everyone's okay with it. Like, oh no, I just wanted to focus on, what was going on in my life and with
You
my
think
kids.
that
And
was
it's like,
editing? You think that was
it had to
editing?
be edited. I refuse to believe that those girls. You had Stephanie coming for her, and you had Lisa coming for her.
You
I
did.
believe that they were. I feel like they were tag teaming her, and editing chopped it in a way that we didn't really get to see her really get ate up
That's fair. That's fair.
because it was like a pow 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 pow.
That's fair. That's fair. That's actually kind of crazy though.
Oh, then Stephanie spazzes out about asking if the rules on the plane was the issue. And I love when Lisa was like, "Listen, all right, we're doing too much about this plane. This plane is not a cast member." I was like, "Okay, Lisa." Like Lisa was.
Clocked in this episode though.
She did.
She clocked in this episode, and you know what though? But Lisa, this is Lisa's ML. Lisa clocks in when you least expect it. It's like you could call her an airhead or a space cadet for so long, and then she'll just pop up and be like, "Wait a second, oh, you do have your antennas up. You are paying attention to what someone is saying." No, Lisa is
Yeah.
all there. It's just imagine her processing and her
It's just like the
reacting.
Reds. I don't even think it's well. I mean, I'll give you that because you know the show way more than I do.
It's the process
But
and the reaction with Lisa.
what I would say, what I'm getting from Lisa, for me, it's not the processing for me with Lisa. I think Lisa is just picking and choosing when she wants to show up. Like, I think Lisa is like that person. She's very well aware from what I've seen this year. And again, this is my first season with her. It's like, I can pick and choose when I want to show up. And
Fair.
this is a moment where I want to show up. It's something about them Lisas. It's something about them Lisas. They
ride the fence.
They run their world. They run their world, girl.
Whatever, it works for them.
Mm-hmm.
It works for them.
Then they move on to Andy brings up Stephanie calling Alexia and Marysol twins. And that's when Andy started to ask them questions to see if they actually think alike. And of course, he asked a whole bunch of questions, asking if Kiki's dad was hot. They both agreed that his dad was hot. Her dad was hot.
Remember my theory, and then Jared also, shout out to my boo. Hey boo, Jared. Where we were talking about Marysol being a ghostwriter.
Mm-hmm.
From this point on, I could not unsee it, and I'm almost 100% certain that she is definitely a producer on that show.
Why?
The body language, even down to the last cheers on how they did it, like, and when they were going around in circle and her talking about her time, and she said, "I love what I do." I was like, oh yeah, she's just playing.
I think I have to watch this show. Maybe I need to go back to really fully get that because all I could see is when Adriana kept calling Marysol a manipulator and controlling the narrative. I kept saying Stephanie because that's what Adriana was doing this whole season. She was trying to control Julia.
No,
she kept trying to put nasty words in people's mouths. Like that's what I got from her. Like, oh, black girl to black girl. All that stuff that she was doing.
Fair.
Like, let's be
she
very
did
clear.
She did do a lot. Adriana did a lot this season. Like, let's be real.
She did a lot.
This is the most that she's actually ever done, to be honest with you. Like, after this, if I have Adriana in a book full of things that have happened, it's going to be this season and her performing at World Pride. The first time she performed with her first song.
And so then we move on to Kate Gate. And I'm sorry, I don't have many notes. The main thing that irritated me was like immediately this girl started crying. I just don't have any sympathy for people like when it comes to this age thing. I feel like at the end of the day, there are very few things that are inevitable. The two most inevitable things in life is that you get old and you die, and you need to figure it the out and get over it. I'm sorry. I'm
Why?
sorry.
When I say devastation type crying, like, it, Adriana, stop. Like, I thought the first time we saw this with the cake situation, I was like, okay, this is good for TV. Then we kept talking about it after, and then when the show was done, we still was talking about it. Now the reunion is still like cake gate. That's a
It's
joke.
not even a. It's not even about the cake for me. More so, it's more so just the
No,
overall
it's the
issue that
age.
she
No, no,
has
no,
about
no, no,
with
no. The
aging. It's
cake,
like,
the cake is irrelevant. The cake is the best thing that happened in this situation. I'm talking about you being
right?
upset about what a cake said
Yes,
at your big age, and then trying to turn around with Kiki, and then Kiki, you backpedaling like Kenya, talking about, oh, you like, I didn't mean to say it about your age, but you know when people say, no, 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 exactly what you meant. You are too old to be acting this way. You meant exactly what you said.
yes. You meant exactly what you said. I
You
don't know
meant
why you
that.
backtracking.
You
No,
backtracking.
I agree.
That
Now,
pissed
the
me
one
off.
part that I no facts, but the one part that I will say was I did feel a little bit of manipulation from Marysol when Marysol talked about she was gonna get surgery on her knees. I was like, girl, you just
When
trying to
they
make
zoomed in
Adriana
on her
feel
knees,
bad.
but well, can I tell you too? Because I'm actually gonna send a clip of my knees for this particular part of the episode. They zoomed in on Marisol's knees. I was like, wait, there's some good knees. I looked at my. I was like, I got dark marks. Do I need to get surgery?
And you don't even suck. That's crazy.
Can you imagine? I definitely ain't never getting down on my knees like that. But that's a shame. But my knees don't look like Marisol's, and she got about 30 years on me. My knees don't look like that.
Mm.
I'm sad about that. I'm
Well,
gonna
she
send a picture
probably.
of my.
Well, no, she probably put makeup on her knees. You know, she probably did body makeup or something.
Honestly, y'all,
Um.
y'all in the comments, let us know what y'all knees look like.
And so then we move to behind the scenes, like they break, and then we move to behind the scenes. Lisa's talking to Jody, and I want to make it very clear, just again in that conversation, Lisa makes it very clear that she doesn't want to even highlight what the actual issue is. She just keeps skating around it. And then Larsa shows up, and instead of apologizing to Jody immediately, she starts talking about what she's going through.
Oh,
I said, "Oh, this girl
absolutely.
is a major
She's
problem."
great.
Like,
Oh no, she's
yuck.
good. And then, but they were weeping on her every word, so they deserved it.
Uh-huh.
Because they
Right.
were, they were
But she
literally. Jody was like this.
right.
It's like, y'all believe
But she
this?
did end up apologizing now. And I do love how Lisa said, "No, but at the end of the day, you got to realize what you put him through." So she did have her man's back. It
She
ain't
did.
like
No, no,
she
no.
did
But no, that's
Go ahead.
fair. Lisa did have a moment when she was like, "No, this is his business."
She
So
did it
that was
twice though. She
in
said,
the
"I understand that
dressing
you went
room.
through everything." No, but she did it twice in the dressing room. She did it in the beginning when Larsa first tried to make it about herself. She said, "I understand that, but you got to understand what you put him through,
Correct.
what he was going through." And then she came back again and brought up his businesses.
The
So
businesses.
Lisa was a rider for him. Lisa was
She
riding for
she
him.
wanted to let you know. Listen, the penthouse, the bills don't get paid by itself.
Right. And so Larsa finally apologizes, and Jody, he was grateful. Um, we didn't get
Mm.
back to the set, and now we are on Gertie's package. We find out that she's doing well and getting her groove back. Gertie kind of dives into her upbringing and how she was brought to America and how it was rough for her, and which in turn makes Julia apologize for making her feel ostracized.
Can I just say that this part where when Gertie was going, because I was watching when she was going through the cancer, I was getting watery eyed because
mhm.
Russell really loves Gertie.
Oh
They are
yeah, but
really in the thick of it.
well, you know my opinion on interracial relationships,
I
the
know.
particular dynamics of it. So I always say this: it's very rare that you run into a white man
Mhm.
that is dating a racially ambiguous black woman.
Fair.
When they decide to go black, they go black.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna date a black woman, they go black.
Yeah.
And especially like the women that are in my family, the women in my family, married or not, they run their households. And so I have always viewed black women as being extremely powerful and in control.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that thought process and that belief,
Mm-hmm.
whenever I have less of an issue with interracial dating. And when I say an issue, I want to be very clear. Love who you love and do what you do. I'm just
Oh,
saying
of
I'm
course.
not with it. But I have less of a critique of it when it is a black
And that's
woman.
fair. You can
Because
have
I
your own
do
opinion.
understand. Yes, because I do understand that the most powerful demographic in this country is a white man. We hate to say it, but it's the truth. When I say powerful, who has the most privilege, essentially. And
Correct.
so when you marry a strong black woman with someone that has this level of privilege, that strong black woman, 9 times out of 10, no matter what she does, she can never be white. She can never assimilate, especially
Of
someone that
course.
looks like Gertie.
Of
She can
course.
never assimilate in his world to ever become white.
Right.
Similar to like how an Asian can somehow turn into a white woman. But
No.
a black woman could never.
Right.
And so when you marry that strong black woman to that white man that has all that privilege, in my opinion, I do feel like there is some level of benefit that comes back to the black community versus the black man that dates a
Going
white
to
woman.
correct.
And 9 times out of 10, that wealth that he has, because he's an athlete or he does whatever the case, he
Right.
leave his girl for a white woman or whatever the case may be.
Right.
He's going, you're gonna get what's his name, Tiger Woods, where the white girl got $700 million in a divorce. $700 million in a divorce, honey. She beat Juanita Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on, let's be very clear.
No, that's fair.
Like,
That's fair.
come on.
That's fair.
And
That's fair.
that's all I got. That's all I want to say about that.
No, I enjoyed that little rant because it was right up there. Because I mean, again, we've touched on several subjects here. If you're new to the show, welcome. But also, I appreciate that. But I do appreciate their marriage, and that's a trying time. And I appreciated Gertie. That's why I wanted so much more for Gertie, and I did not want her to backpedal the way that she tried to do at the end of this. Because again, you don't owe these ladies nothing. You don't owe them nothing.
She backpedaled off of out of trying to have somebody on her side, which was I didn't.
Right. You don't need them. You don't need them. They need you.
No, I agree. And so then we kind of move into Julia and we find out about the adoption process, which is still sounding like a BS. She's still trying to protect her daughters, which as a mother, she should. But at the end of the day, I want to make it very clear, your daughters are still trash. That's what it's giving. She says one daughter is fine, but Emma is the one that is pretty still and has not
She's
met
the one who's
kids
trying
yet.
to figure out where the money is going when somebody close their eyes.
Exactly. Martina still doesn't have a great relationship with the girls.
And won't. Never did. Don't blame the TV. Never did.
Exactly. And I also hated that they did not bring up the issue that people had with the race of the boys and all that stuff. They did not bring that up. They just let that slide, but okay.
Well, and Martina's comments.
No, facts. No, they did. They brought that up earlier in the first episode. They touched it. At least they touched it. They didn't even touch the race of the boys.
They didn't even mention the race of the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were just more or less trying to say the boys had a happy home.
Exactly.
Right.
We didn't get to Marysol's package, and it was heavily focused on her being a manipulator. Stephanie jumps in and says that her being on the show has been very hard, and that Marysol was the one sending all the bad info about her, which gagged me. It was like, hey, did you see this article about yourself? Now, what I will say about this, if I'm beefing with somebody, like, and when I say beefing with somebody, if the somebody is a person that is not my friend, has never been my friend, I don't need my friends to tell me about this bitch down the street that don't like me.
Yeah. Don't tell me about it. I don't.
Like, me as a content creator, and like my friends sending me every nasty comment someone says about me. It's
Right.
like,
Like, why do you keep seeing
bitch,
that?
what do
Why are
like?
you
Why do
watching the
you want
negative?
to
Are
keep
you the
showing me
negative
that?
police?
Yeah. Hello.
What's going on with
And so
this?
I understood again, kind of doubling into that whole thing about Marysol being a manipulator. I could see that from Stephanie's perspective.
And I will say, Stephanie, this person that we got in this last 30 minutes of the reunion, you should have gave us that
Extremely
this entire
rational.
season.
Mm-hmm.
You
Extremely
would have
rational. She's very
continued because
rational.
you were a fan favorite when we first saw you, and then gradually it was just like it went downhill from there. If you would have gave us
Mm-hmm.
this Stephanie this entire time is strictly platonic, you would have been great. We would have been like, yeah, she was our favorite. She could have been our Angela as far as newbies on Housewives. She would have actually been a favorite.
Fair.
But
No, that's
instead,
very fair.
you kind of went off the wrenches with it. You went unhinged. So that's why, you let your emotions get the best of you.
No, I agree. But Marysol basically says that she just wanted to update her and basically like let her get ahead of all the negative criticism.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, whatever. But I will say this is the thing that kind of struck me, and I'm not sure if a lot of people picked up on it, and I'm sure it will be something that is brought up next season. When they talked about safe spaces, I found it very interesting that Stephanie said that she found no safe space with that. She said going forward, she understands that there are no safe space with anyone, and
Oh,
the
well, because
camera did not
Marisol said
pan
that.
to Larsa. Yeah, but Stephanie said that there is no safe space with anyone,
Mm-hmm.
which means it includes Larsa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're
The
not
camera
messing
did
with it.
not zoom in, but the gag is the cameraman didn't even zoom in because he probably didn't catch it either, the editor.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, I guarantee that is going to be a
We're gonna
topic
see an
for next
issue.
season. Like, girl, you don't even trust me? Like, what are you talking about? I guarantee this is going to come up.
Or we don't see each other after this taping. I didn't like how things were handled. So I see you in passing, but I don't really see you. What that's gonna be a story. Honestly, friend, thank you for that. That mark our words. That's gonna be a story. Larsa and Stephanie won't be co-passengers in the jet next season.
But I also said that in the first couple of episodes of this season that Larsa is not going to like when Stephanie gets close with other people.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee, and I just feel that's
Well, because
coming.
I already told you about these girls.
Mm-hmm. And so then we move on to, which this pissed me off to no avail. We move on to the ratchet versus the ratchet. Adriana is still doubling down on ratchet. She's basically trying to make it. This is the thing. She tried to say that Marysol did not help her, but then eventually admits, without admitting it, that Adriana did help her. Are you
That
dumb? Are you okay?
that Marisol helped her.
Sorry, yeah, that Marysol helped her. I'm apologizing. That's what I say.
You said with that Adriana helped her. No. Marisol
Yeah,
helped
yeah, no,
Adriana.
yeah, that Marysol helped her.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. Yes,
Nasty.
like, are you
Nasty.
like she didn't even
Nasty.
realize that you denied it that Marysol helped you in the beginning
Correct.
of this segment.
Correct.
But as you went on to explain it, you then said that Marysol did help you trying to be manipulative.
And then you keep bringing Harvard into it. Now stop that. Now stop. Let's stop that.
Child.
Because
It
if
was a mess.
Harvard is still one of the top 10 schools, got some splaining to do.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what got me. Gertie, why are you defending Adriana?
She was like, oh.
Just because
You
you
saw the
mad
way
at
she was holding
Kiki?
her.
All the way over there. Like, girl, stop.
What is your
I
arm
ain't like
stretched
that.
out for like that?
I did
Both
not like
of
that.
Gertie and Kiki pissed me off because y'all really could be the Marys of y'all shows and y'all could take some lessons. You could be
Just
the
bowing
Marys.
down.
But y'all
They too
so
busy bowing down to the white women.
wanting to be accepted. It is disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Your high school, I wasn't cool enough, girl, is showing.
Now, what got, and even though Andy did coax her to this, Marysol does get a lot of cool points to me because my issue when I dragged Marysol in that episode, when we found out, I said, this is why us as black people, we need to stick together. Not because of, but in spite of. She
Mm-hmm.
can't stand Adriana. And she
Mm-mm.
still found it in her heart to help
Mm-hmm.
Adriana.
She
Wait,
can't
no,
stand her.
you meant
Never
to
could.
say wretched. You didn't mean to say ratchet. But she couldn't stand her, but she still wanted to help her.
Mm-hmm.
That was my critique of her. I ate
Mm-hmm.
that lady up.
Yes.
Even though Andy did have to coax her into it, Marysol apologizes to Kiki and says, I apologize for not even considering how
Mm-hmm.
you would feel in this situation. I was just so focused on my relationship with her for her to
But
say that.
you just
That was
acknowledge what
big.
I was saying. Yeah.
That was big. Yeah, like that
Mhm.
was big. And I appreciated that. I did.
Yeah.
I did. Even though Andy did have to coax her for it,
Right.
I even appreciate Andy even realizing that Kiki deserved an apology from Marysol. Because the
Hello?
focus had been about Adriana. But
No.
when we
Talk.
find out this information, because we know
Right.
how these shows go, the show normally it would have been, wow, Adriana, you're not even going to thank Marysol for helping you and
Right.
completely forget about Kiki over here. But Andy
Correct.
thought enough to say, Marysol, don't you think you owe Kiki an apology? I was here for it.
Yeah. No,
I was
I
here for it.
agree.
I
I agree.
was.
I agree. Just Kiki. So much more.
Yeah, well, we already know. But and so then we get to the end of the episode when the girls giving their closing thoughts of the season. Child, I have no notes. It was all kumbaya, boo boo. Any thoughts on their kumbaya?
It's the same thing every season. They're gonna act like they're gonna get together. We'll see three of them together throughout non-taping time while they're on their hiatus of not taping. We're gonna see three of them together, and then we're gonna see the rest of them in tabloids about them not being friends, and that will be the storyline for next season. My only wish is that honestly, I hope that I see that Lisa's gaining her real independence, and I enjoy that about her because she's been under Lenny's
Mm-hmm.
thumb for a very long time. We met her under Lenny's thumb. So seeing her even flourish like this, I
Mm-hmm.
want the best for Lisa. I want her to win. And not necessarily with Jody, because if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I want Lisa to flourish because I actually she could do a couple things if she just puts her little antennas up. I have nothing else for the rest of the ladies. Julia, take care of those young black boys who will grow up to be young black men one day, and they may be scary to the world. I hope that you really take advantage and get some resources on how to grow up.
And unfortunately, they will never be young black boys because we know that just scientifically, scientifically, social science has already proven that if you have a white boy and a black boy, they're the same age, 16 and 16, the white boy will be viewed by society as a
As a
12-year-old,
child.
and even though they're 16, and the
Mm-hmm.
16-year-old black boy will be viewed as 21 even though he's 16.
Mm-hmm.
So she should really start reading some books. Maybe Julia, give me your PO box so I can send you some fucking books. But anywho, let's close this episode out by going to our favorite segment of Who Needs to Calm Down, and we will be doing it by Who Needs to Calm Down for the whole season.
Yeah.
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. For me, this whole season, funny enough, I did not think it would be this person, but it actually is going to be this person, and it's going to be Julia for me.
Yeah.
Julia, you suck. You are extremely manipulative. I fear for those white those white boys. I fear for those those black boys in multiple ways because I only see two options. I fear for them in a way that they may not ever learn their culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I also fear for them in a way of not understanding what it means to be black in America and how they could possibly grow up not understanding why they are treated the way that they are treated.
Right. Because I have
And
two
that
white
scares
moms. I
me. And
can
I
get
don't
it.
think that they will have the right. Yeah. And I don't think that they will understand why what's happening.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
fair.
so, again,
Scary.
the defense, is why I'm dragging them, because I don't think they'll really be able to defend those boys in a way they need to be defended.
Mm-hmm.
Because we live in a very shitty world. So I pray for those boys.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, friend. And as a mother to a black son, I definitely can attest to that. So yeah, no, definitely sending a prayer out to the boys, and I hope that I hope they live the life that they're supposed to live. But for me, it's so crazy because I was going to go for Julia because she really did rub me the wrong way this entire season, but you dragged her enough. You know what's crazy?
Mm.
Honestly, it's going to be the runner up. To be honest with you, it's going to be Adriana for me. Because you honestly were neck and
Oh,
neck with
wow. Okay.
Julia. You were neck and neck with Julia this entire season. You've been nitpicking for seasons, Adriana, right? But you've just kind of swept under the rug a lot of issues that you had. You actually need to calm down because honestly, the age situation I think really brought me to my boiling point and my wits end, as the people would say.
Mm-hmm.
You crying over how old you're getting, be grateful that you woke up this morning. Okay? So you crying
Mm-hmm.
about how old you are going to be or will be or shall be is irrelevant. You need to calm down. You're a mother of a whatever year old person. You honestly picked fights with basically everyone, and then the whole situation with Julia, whether y'all slept together or not, girl, we don't care. But you airing all that out, the reunion was corny. You should have said that when you was filming during the show. So again, I'm not for
Mm-hmm.
the girls that try to air out laundry after we not friends no more. So I think, and honestly, that's the second reason why you need to calm down. So between you crying about being old age, between you saying also, and then not only that, just before I even go into that, and I'm getting sidetracked. Wretched was the last part. The last part. Wretched, ratchet, whatever you was trying to say, you was dead ass wrong. You backtracked on it. You lied about it, and that's it. So wretched, your best friend, you
Mm-hmm.
sleeping with your fake best friend or not best friend, and then crying about how old you are. It's just 3 Grammys for me. It wasn't good. You need to calm down. You need to circle back onto life and figure it out. Okay, boo boo. Sorry. That was my rant.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Well, all right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this
Miami.
season finale of Miami. Um, as we are done with this season, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and tell us in the comments below who you think needs to calm down for this full season.
And about the
And
knees.
we will be back in the what?
And about the knees. Show your knees.
Girl, shut up. And we will be back next week with our review of Real Housewives of Potomac. Alrighty, guys. Peace.
Bye, guys. I was looking at